A scripture that was written over 18 million years ago, the act and the drama and the leela of Lord Rama, Sita and Lakshmana. Bhagavad Gita just about 5,000 years ago. And I shall bring you to that point where Lord Krishna comments this Bhagavad Gita. In the second chapter, the second verse, is when this Gita lecture actually began. In the middle of a battlefield. And it was purposely set aside like that to differentiate between wrong and right. It is especially designed to destroy the negative and promote the growth of the good. That is the purpose of this Gita here. Lord Krishna becomes the charioteer. He was the charioteer of Arjuna. And how he becomes a charioteer? Prior to this war, the Mahabharata war, I'm positively sure you heard of this Mahabharata war. Duryodhana, the cousin of Arjuna, he went to visit Krishna. And a little while later, Arjuna went, the cousin of Duryodhana. Duryodhana has had 100 brothers, and Arjuna, there were 5 brothers, the 5 Pandavas. Now, both of them went to visit Lord Krishna. When they visited him, he was asleep. So Duryodhana went and sat by the head side of Krishna. Arjuna went and sat by the foot side of Krishna. When Krishna opened his eyes, who do you think we see first? Duryodhana thought Krishna will see him first, but he was mistaken. He saw Arjuna first by the foot side. And then he asked, "Oh Arjuna, how can I be of service to you?" Arjuna, a very humble gentleman, he says, "Oh Krishna, my big brother came here first. Please attend to his need." Lo and behold, both of them went for the same purpose, for the same thing. They want Krishna to fight on their behalf. Because this war was between the 2 cousins, Arjuna and Duryodhana, and the rest of them. So Lord Krishna says, listen to me very carefully. This war is between the 2 of you. It doesn't matter which side I go, but here is the deal. I will not lift a weapon in this war, because this is not my war. It is the 2 of you cousins fighting to govern this kingdom of Hastinapur. You want to rule this country. So this is your fight. This is your battle. So choose. Is either one of you take me, and one of you take the entire army. So Duryodhana quickly thinks that, Krishna will not take part in this war, and he's useless. So he says, "Oh Krishna, give me the entire war, the entire army." So this is how Duryodhana has had the entire army on his side, majority, over 80%. And Arjuna remained with 20% per se. But Krishna becomes his charioteer. Krishna told Arjuna, "I will become your charioteer. I will drive you into this battlefield to fight this war of righteousness." Arjuna stands as a protector of Dharma, a protector of his people, a protector of righteousness. But something happened. When this war was about to begin, Arjuna told Krishna, "Please pull my chariot in the center of the battlefield so I can view the other side of the battlefield. Who are they to fight against me?" And Krishna did that. And what happened? When Arjuna viewed the other side of the battlefield, he saw his kith and kin. He saw his grandfather. He saw his guru. And what he did when he saw his guru, he sent forth an arrow, landing in front of the guru's feet, and he bowed. he seeks the blessings of his guru. And his guru raised his hand and says, "Oh Arjuna, I bless you so that victory shall be yours." Imagine that. He's on the other side fighting against Arjuna, and he is blessing Arjuna that victory shall be his. This is the power of the guru. When you surrender in reverence to the feet of your guru, your preceptors, then you will receive his darshan. Duryodhana was angry. He says, "Oh Gurudev, he is our enemy and you are blessing him with victory. What's wrong with you?" The Guru turned to Duryodhana and says, "Duryodhana, although you are standing next to me, and Arjuna is on the other side of that battlefield, you did not seek my blessings." So he did. So my duty as a guru is to bless the chela, the student, the victory.
Oh, good.
When Arjuna saw all his kitten king, Arjuna felt weak. His body quivered with emotions. His bow and arrow slips from his hands. And he flung to the back of the chariot. And he says, "Oh Krishna, I will not fight this war. Not even for the riches of the three worlds put them together will I engage myself in this war. Much less for the riches of an earthly kingdom." This is what they were fighting for, the riches of this earthly kingdom. So when Arjuna uttered these words to Lord Krishna was surprised. And in the second chapter, like I said, the Bhagavad Gita begins here. The second chapter, the second verse. After seeing that Arjuna falling and failing from performing his duty to protect Dharma, Lord Krishna now opened his mind with these words. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Vinata Narayana Vasudevaya. Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Vinata Narayana Vasudevaya. Tasvatashmanam idam Vaisame samipastitham Anāryam justam asargyam Akirti sarvārdhana. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Vinata Narayana Second verse, second chapter. Kutasva kashmalam idam Vaisamisa upastitam Aryam justam asvargyam Param Arjuna. Lord Krishna was very, very staunch at this time. Remember, he is the master of yoga and the teacher of the world, Lord Krishna. He says, "Oh Arjuna, Kutasva kashmalamidam, how have these impurity befall you? Vaisamisam upastitam, they are not befitting for a man who knows the value of life. Akirtikaram Arjuna. Such a thinking, O Arjuna, from a great man like you, will lead to infamy, lead you to a lower planet. Your duty is to protect Dharma. Your duty is to preserve dharma, to look out for the benefits of others. And you are failing from that duty that you were sent. An Arya, just an Arya means one who fight to protect righteousness, stand up for what is right against wrong. That is what an Arya Justam Asvarga means. Arjuna, pick up your weapon and engage yourself in this battle. If you fail to fight, then you will be the cause of destruction. But if you pick up your weapon and fight, then you will save this world from destruction. Because you see those people across the other side of the battlefield, they are ready to destroy you and to destroy righteousness. You're the only one standing in the front shore of the battlefield to protect. And the goodies of God, this part of the attack benefits all of us. We are all sent into this world for a special reason, especially a father of the house. He stands to protect his family, to make sure that his family needs are met, to make sure there is enough for the family and no one interfere or take advantage of his family. That is what a father stands for. All of us in our very own way, we have duties to protect animals, protect the young ones. Do not take advantage. If at all you see advantage is taken, your duty is to put a stop to it. Don't say, oh, that's not my business. Yes, it is your business. It is your business to protect anyone who is being taken advantage of. This is the purpose of this whole war in this Mahabharata war, is to protect righteousness. Arjuna now listening to Lord Sri Krishna. The devotees. It is here where Lord Krishna began to enlighten Arjuna, to awaken his intellect, his inner consciousness about his duties, his purpose as a human being. He says, oh Arjuna, you are grieving for that which is not worth grieving for. You are worried about those people who will be slain in the battlefield. But that is their duty. They are performing their duties, and if they are left to die in the battle, then that is their destiny. Your destiny lies in our hands, and that is to protect righteousness. And so the devotees, Lord Krishna began to explain to Arjuna all about the awareness, the origin, the purpose of the soul in this body of ours. He says, you see, the soul, all souls have descended from the super soul, from Paramatma. It is karma that has caused the soul to reside in this human body. It is karma that has brought us all here as human beings into this world presently. And it is karma also that will accompany us when we would have left and gone. I talked about the luggage of karma earlier. Our brother here lying before us, there is no more karma that he can perform. Whatever he had secured in that luggage, it is what will accompany him, and that is what will determine his next birth or his next life. Whether he should come back as a human being or any other species, or to merge and fuse with the Lord. Karma has cause and effect. And devotees, karma has brought us here. Karma has caused the soul to reside within his body. And as long as there is birth, O Arjuna, there will be a consequent death. As long as we born. But the soul never takes birth, nor does it die. The body takes birth, therefore the body dies. And he explained this in the very second chapter, verse 23. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narinam Chinnanti Shastrani Nainam Dharati Pavaka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nachainam ledayanti apo nasushayati madhupaha. Nachainam ledayanti apo nasushayati madhupaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Beautiful verse indeed. The second chapter, verse 23. Nainam chindanti shastrani. Na aina means no. Chindanti means cut. Shastrani means weapon. Lord Krishna was explaining to Arjuna, you're grieving for the soul of those people. The soul is not to be grieved for. We have to grieve for a person. Because the soul is ever sinless. The soul never takes part nor does it die. It is not affected by anything. And this verse qualified that statement. Nainam chindanti shastrani. Oh, Arjuna, no weapon can cut the soul. Nainam dahati power. Nor can fire burn the soul. Nachainam kliyanti apo. Apo means water. The soul cannot be drenched by water. The body can be drowned in a sea or a pond, but the soul is beyond the touch of that water. Nasoshati marutaha. Marutaha means the wind. It cannot be dried by the wind. O Arjuna, this soul, this Atma that you're grieving for is a part and part of the super soul. It is henceforth considered to be eternal, everlasting. And that which takes birth must die. The body takes birth, the body must die. The soul never takes birth, the soul will never die. And so the soul is beyond the touch of anything. No one can touch that, nothing can touch that soul. So the soul exists, it comes and it goes, it changes body just as how we change our old clothing and we put on new ones. We change body, birth after birth. Bari bhag manushtana pawa, surdur labh sab granthi hi kawa. Akar char lakh chaudasi. We have been here many times before. In various types of body, 8.4 billion species. We all have passed through. And now we have attained this human body, which is the highest. It is the highest form of existence. And from this human body, we are permitted, we are allowed to return back to the Lord. Imagine if we fail this lifetime here, we are not guaranteed this human body again. We are not guaranteed it. So the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is advising all of us, oh man, perform your actions righteously. Live according to the rules and the precepts and the principles of your scripture. The instruction given to you by God. Don't turn and twist the language of God. Live according to it. And like I said, this conversion from us to God must come one day. We will have to go this awagama, the cycle of birth and death, born and die, until one day we will have to return back to the world. So let it be this one. Let it be this life that we can more than fuse with the Lord. Today we pray that our brother here, Tony, is leaving us behind. This is a very dark hour for this family. We pray to Bhagavan Krishna that he will guide this family. He will protect this family. He will give them strength so that they will be strong and resilient to face any challenges to follow. And we pray that may the path of peace and tranquility embrace them. He will be remembered for his structural integrity. He will be remembered for his impeccable reputation. He will be remembered for his flawless character. Our dear brother here. That will give him an extended life. We will all talk about him, the family, friends, all those who he had come in touch with or in contact with. They will always speak about his greatness, although his physical body wouldn't be here. And I'm positively sure that will be a good conversation for people. So my dear devotees of God, my time has come to an end, half an hour, and we'll continue with our program here tonight. We'll have the eulogy. We'll have a few members of the family will come and give speeches. We will open the floor for any one of you who'd like to come up. So prepare yourself. So when I call, please come quickly because time of the essence. We'll have more kirtans and we will try to conclude at 8:30, 8:45, and then we'll commence the view. We'll be back here again in the morning at 9 o'clock for the MDC, the final rites, which will be performed by his son, Avinash, and the entire family. And we're invited to come and join them to see. I will not say goodbye, I will not say farewell, but I will say see you later. This is what I target because we will all have to leave this world one day. So with these few words, I thank you for your patience, and I hope and pray that the little message I've distributed to you today, essence of the Gita, brings some sort of comfort into your heart, and let us continue to live a very good life, look out for others, love each other. This word love is very powerful. It has 4 letters, and so is hate. It has 4 letters. But I know something very important about love. A very, very, very powerful poem. I filled my heart with love one day, and to all I met, I give them away. Although I give to all I met, my heart is still the fullest yet. Isn't this a wonderful poem that we all should practice? Can we all say these powerful words about love? Repeat after me, please. I filled my heart with love one day, everybody. And to all I met, I give them away. Although I give to all I met, my heart is still the fullest yet. So imagine, the more love you pour to your fellow human being, the Lord will allow your heart to be pregnant with love continuously. Share that love, my dear brothers and sisters. This is the message And my brother here, I knew him since 1981. We came to this country. We went to the same mandir in Astoria, just by the park, in a basement. That's where it started. And in those days, not much of our fellow Guyanese were over here, but the few of us that were here, we always gather together to do satsang, to go singing, to have Havanda. And my brother, since then I've known him to be a very simple gentleman, humble gentleman, soft-spoken, never say no, always lend his hand to others. He always loved to give. He even gave charitable donation to our foundation, Sri Devi Mandir Global Humanitarian Foundation, that we globally help those who are in need. So this is the type of person we are celebrating, his life, his greatness, his legacy. And it is the family challenge to continue to walk in his shoe, to walk his path, and to extend his greatness. So with these few words, I pray to Lord Krishna to bless his Atma. Om Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Partu Dhanu Dada Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Mitir Madhir Mama. Prem Solo Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. Thank you very much once again. And we'll take one kirtan and then we will have the eulogy.
Test 1, 2, 3. Om Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kansajaram Maranam Devaki Paramanandam कोई नारी जगता बाल की खतरिया कोई नारी जगता बाल की खतरिया बाल की लड़िया बाल की खतरिया बाल की खतरिया
Thank you very much, Angie, for that beautiful rendition. Giving praises to the Lord. I believe that the Lord accepts the soul in his region and shall bless it upon the family. Devotees, please give us your undivided attention as you will be listening to the eulogy from Shivani, Avinash, and Chandani. Please come forward. These are the children of our dear brother here. And I know this is the hardest part. This is the hardest thing to do, but I ask them to have great courage.
Sitaram, namaste, and a good evening to everyone. Thank you to all who have showed up today to pay their respects to my beloved father. My family and I greatly appreciate it. My dad was born in Golden Grove in Guyana on June 7, 1960, to the late Indrani and Sakraj Singh. He then moved to Enmore at 4 years old. He was the youngest of 8 siblings, beloved father of myself, Janani, and Avinash, and loving husband to our mom, Devi. He migrated with my grandmother to Brooklyn, New York at the tender age of 14 years on September of 1977. Over the years, he built a successful life for himself, living the American dream and even becoming a business owner, which he named after himself, Singh International Food Commodities. In 1998, he married the love of his life, our dear mother, Devi Singh. They created a beautiful life together, centered around family values, respect, and love. Out of that holy matrimony, he was blessed with 3 children, myself, Chandni, and Avinash, who was 14 years old, just 1 year older to when my father lost his father. My siblings and I have many childhood memories of my father, always giving his best and going the extra mile to provide for the comfort, well-being, and safety for our growth and development. For example, his hard work afforded us a private school education for the 3 of us, and we have made him very proud of our performance over the years. When I decided nursing was going to be my career and I shared that with him, he expressed joy and beamed with pride knowing his daughter will one day become a nurse. This May, I would have been graduating. This coming May, I would have been graduating. And this was the only thing he wanted to see, me graduate. When Chandni, the apple of his eye, started St. John's University and decided to become a PA, he was even more dedicated to his duties so that he could afford us opportunity to fulfill our dreams. From the moment he knew our dad's health was taking a turn, we joined together and turned to the Lord and performed the puja after 7 days of him being in the hospital to try our best to pray for his recovery. But the Lord has the final say in each of our lives. My father had no complications. He had no extraordinary health issues, but sadly, he could not fight anything anymore. And before I conclude, it was his destiny to leave this world behind. We bid you goodbye, my dearest father. Dad, today, Charlie, Nash, myself, and Mommy wish you a safe, pleasant, and peaceful travel to Lord Krishna. We know you're the part of parents, siblings, Aji, and all of the relatives who love you so dearly are all accompanying you to the heavenly home. We love you. We will always love you. You will forever be in our hearts. Ever since your passing, my beloved father, I've heard so many great things about you from the many well-wishers who have come to support us. Your noble deeds and actions will help us carry through now that you are gone. Anyone that knew my father knows how much he did for the people he loved. He did things for the people he loved before they could even ask for it, and he did it with a pure heart. Although he was the youngest of his siblings, he grew and paved the road that taught us the valuable lesson that family always comes first. Dad, today we make you a promise. We promise to live up to your expectations, all the little discussions we have had, the standards you have set, and the image you have created to the world, always carrying yourself in a pleasant, quiet, humble, confident, and admirably neat person every time you stepped out into the world. We love you, Dad, and we always will. I ask that you all keep our family in your prayers during this difficult time, and thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much. Shivani, the eldest child of the 3. and we'll hear from Avinash, the only son, the golden son.
Good evening, friends, family, and neighbors. Thank you all for coming. Yesterday, my mom, sisters, and I were hit with the unfortunate news that my father had passed away at 1:16 a.m. I couldn't believe that my father was actually gone. I'm still having a hard time processing the fact that he's not coming back home to us. I will never forget when Dad would call me to help him work outside and make deliveries with him. I'll never forget when I would be playing basketball outside and Dad would watch me play, or sometimes even join me in playing. I'll never forget those long drives we had, his crazy jokes that he would take hours to finish, or him singing his favorite old Indian songs. I'll never forget when we would put on chutney music and we would sing and play dholak together. These are the moments I will forever cherish. We will continue to make you proud and carry on your legacy. I know you are looking down on Mom, Shivani, Chandani, and and you'll be guiding us to achieve our goals and dreams. Everything I do for you, Dad. Legends never die. Gone, but not forgotten. I love you, Dad. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Avinash. So wonderfully said. We will now listen from Chandani.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Dad, I miss you so much. Dad lived a successful, honorable, respectful, and joyful life. You've given us all we ever wanted and needed in our lives. Some days, Dad would call my phone when we're home from classes and would ask us if we would like some breakfast from one of his customers' bakery. I would tell him, no, Dad, we're okay. Mom made breakfast already, or yes, you can bring home about 3 breakfast platters for us. Some mornings or even afternoons, he would ask me to go and help him make deliveries. I'm going to miss going out with you on long drives, celebrating birthdays with you, going with us when I have to perform anywhere, and I'm most importantly going to miss your loving heart and voice. Dad was always so considerate and giving. No matter who it was, he was always lending a helping hand, and if anyone was ever in need, Dad would help them. You were such a giving person, and I'm still in shock that you're gone. Today I received an email from my school saying that I made it on the dean's list for the academic year 2020-2021. I had told you back in the summer that I was eagerly waiting for my award for you to see it, and you were waiting just as much. But today you are not here with me to celebrate and to be proud of me. But I know you are looking down at us and will continue to guide Mom, Shivani, Avinash, and I. God called you home today, and we know that you are in a better place now. We love you, I love you, and I will forever love you. Everything I do, I'll do it for you. Thank you for being the world's best dad ever. Rest in peace, my handsome dad.
Thank you, Lord. She heard from the children so eloquently put over and the love and the closeness that they have with their father. And that will never go away, that will never diminish, but it will only increase. But thank you all very much. At this time, we call upon one of the niece to represent all the nephew and nieces, Radha, to say a few words. And after that, his sister, Pandi, will say a few words to represent all the sisters and siblings.
Good evening, all. On behalf of all of Uncle To's nieces and nephews, I would like to share a compilation of some of our memories, all of which highlight how special and loved he made us feel. From Sunita. Uncle To always worked hard and was always so generous. I remember back in Guyana when he was about 13 or 14 years old, a bull chased me down because I was wearing red. And he was there to stop it from attacking me. I also remember his hard work when he came to the USA. He immediately found a job across the street at a fried chicken shop. His hard work and determination is evident in everything he created and how far he came in his life. His extended family in Florida is deeply saddened for the loss and pray for him and the whole family. May his beautiful soul rest in peace. From Melissa. Every summer I would come to New York and stay with Grandpa and Uncle Rick. Grandpa would take me to visit the family. I always loved coming to visit Uncle Toll. Not only would I get to play with Shivani and Chandani, but he would always sit and talk with me, always smelled so nice and gave the best hugs. Every time before I left, he would stock me up on dried fruits and nuts. Even when I said, "Don't worry, it's okay," he would open up another box and stock me up even more to take back to Florida. Good thing I had 2 suitcases. I will forever be grateful for his generosity, love, and time. Visiting Cypress Hills will never be the same without him. Samantha in London. He came to Disney World with me and my parents in 1988, the first time we ever met. 2-week holiday, just the 4 of us. At that time, it was the best, biggest trip of my life. I still have the tickets from Disney World and Epcot. Chacha Toll patiently drove us everywhere, and it was my only opportunity to really get to know him in my life. He was always kind to me and my mom, even though he didn't know us that well and never raised his voice or spoke a harsh word. Debbie. The year after my dad died, I was at Chacha Jalan's home for my birthday, and Uncle Toll came by with a birthday cake for me. I wasn't planning on celebrating my birthday. Uncle Toll thought my birthday was worth celebrating and made sure I still felt special and loved. He's always the first person to ask me if I ever need anything. I'll always remember him for that. Nari. He was always kind, helpful, and generous. When we came to America, he was one of the first people we saw at the airport. As we were growing up in Brooklyn, he would come and visit us. We were always so happy to see him. My fondest memory, however, was listening to him talk about his kids. He was always proud of them and their accomplishments. Vaish. My earliest and fondest memory of Uncle Toll is when we came over from Tobago to New York and stayed at Greenpoint. He would take my dad and I to the pier for a walk and to watch the fireworks on 4th of July. I used to be both fascinated and afraid of the pier as it was so close to the water, but also in need of much repair. Uncle Toll always told me to be brave and that there wasn't anything to be afraid of. He would point out at the water and across the way and describe it to me. He showed me the beauty of this place we called our new home. Haman. My first memory of Uncle Toll is being just a baby, 3 months old. Uncle Toll came to the airport and took me and my parents home where Grandma lived. It was my first trip in a car in America, and I always remembered him for his generosity as we adjusted to a new country. Carmen. Uncle Toll was the last child for our grandmothers, but he was the first one to introduce me to things that I still remember today. The first time I ever went to a restaurant and ordered from my own menu was with Uncle Toll. He took my sister and I to a restaurant for breakfast. He ordered an omelet. I ordered chicken salad. I was 10 years old and it was 9 o'clock in the morning. He smiled at the waitress and said, "They'll both have cheesecake." Cheesecake for breakfast. I thought, he's the coolest uncle ever. And he was. In the early 90s, he got the 1995 Nissan Pathfinder. He came by our house so we could all go for a drive. Straight from the dealership, it was in Uncle Toll's signature burgundy color, hard, had all the buttons, and I just thought, how cool is it that he's choosing to share this big moment of going for the first drive in his new SUV with us. Years later, that same Pathfinder became my first car. No questions asked, no ifs, ands, or buts. He gave me my first car. I was floored. And that's just how Uncle Toll was. Family came first. Whatever he could do to put a smile on his family's face, bringing them together, he would do it. Sham. I remember when I was young and went to grandma's. Okay. He would always play games with me. He also sat with me and watched Good Day New York in the mornings and explained the news to me. In addition, when I told him I was going to study in art and TV, he was the first to tell me, go for it, Sean. Uncle Toe, sorry, I'm right. Uncle Toe gave me my first job and helped me achieve in my career. For all these things, we will be forever indebted to him and will greatly miss him. Dolly, I would never forget the days that I would visit our grandmother and Wood Street, and then stop by to visit Chacha Toe and his family. He always had a smiling face and would graciously greet you and offer some of the fruits or nuts that he had. He would then, in his love for his family, sit you down and chat to see how everything was going with life, and most importantly, school. He was always encouraging his nieces and nephews to pursue their education and keep us focused on our higher education. For that, I will always be thankful. My own memory. Uncle Phil introduced me to the fancier things in life. He took me out for my first cappuccino, a 7-year-old who was drinking something she couldn't spell. Again, coolest uncle ever. And drove my sister and I around in his brand new red Jeep. These things have been small gestures to him, but I remember feeling so special to be taken out for those spontaneous outings. My latest memories of Uncle Toll includes his 60th birthday last year. I'll never forget how much he was beaming that day because he was surrounded with love that we just wanted to show him and celebrate him in return for how much he's always done for us. Looking back, he always seemed so happy just to make us smile, and that's the person I'll always remember him to be. These are just a few of the many wonderful memories Uncle Phil gave us to treasure and carry in our hearts. In these verbal snapshots, it's no doubt that he was a man who gave selflessly to his family without any hesitation. He gives us so much, including an everlasting lesson to love and give unconditionally, with no strings attached. He will forever have our love. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amanda, for covering all the nephews and nieces. And so profoundly bringing out all the great memory and that will always live in your heart, I'm positively sure. But this time we will call upon the sister, Andy, to say a few words.
Peter, welcome all. Today I just got the energy to scribble something about my brother. Having spent 61 years with him, there is so much I can tell, but I scribbled something. Reflections on a baby brother, the last we all know in a family always is called the remainder of baby brother or sister. My little reflections of a baby brother in the family. And those reflections are the best reflections of childhood days. Many can also connect with me. It was because being a boy, I had the privilege to do things that only boys do, like climbing the trees with him, and riding the donkey with him, and running after the cows with him, and doing all the crazy things boys do, which my sister never had the opportunity, because I was the younger one. So I remember that childhood memories as the happiest memories I had with my brother. We did responsibility, or we nurtured responsibility together as two little siblings, helping out with the farming in the yard, or the kitchen farming, helping out with the poultry farming. We were those type of children who would overlook and protect the home. When my father goes to the farm and my mother goes to sell the produce, while the older siblings reside in the city due to higher education purposes and employment privileges. So myself and my big baby brother, my mother and my father were those people who spent many hours together, nurturing our years, our lives, beautiful memories. Today I hear the children talk of the great business he has shaped. I am not surprised as a sister so many years after, because the responsibility we had, it was the responsibility he undertook in his early years, maintaining a family, protecting a family, doing things towards the uplifting and the sustaining of a family. Today, I'm not surprised, as I said, that my brother has made a great legacy and has left it behind for his children to perhaps follow, perhaps enjoy. Only they can tell. But I'll say that I admire him for the success that motivated him. A success that came only through, as Pandit will understand, the sand scars that he had come into the world with. Those gifted qualities the Heavenly Father sent him with, and those qualities that he capitalized on and made himself a very admirable person that we all describe here tonight. Things that I admire in my brother, he had this calm personality, a calm disposition about himself. He was always pleasantly humble and confident in his manners, the way he goes about life, and the things he will do in life. He had a selfless spirit, touching so many lives through the very business that he grew. He had a steadfastness to his faith, the very faith in which he was born. He stood steadfastly to that faith. He always found quality time, even doing his business, which grew out tremendously. He found time to be at every family religious functions, rendering his efforts, his finances, his skills to the cooking of the finest dishes, which we will serve our guests. I reflect on three yajnas my dearest brother was privileged to be participant of in this lifetime. 3 yajnas our family was lucky or blessed to have indulged in. And those 3 yajnas he was an active participant in. I can assure you today as I stand here, I stand in confidence that our Lord, whatever name we call him, I call him Krishna, our Lord has welcomed him. He has embraced him gently. And all our departed, including his parents, they are shepherding him. He did not neglect the very faith rituals of which we will perform for his send-off. It's nothing new for the soul. So those yajnas, 61 years, not in a short time. Today I also stopped to reflect on how my little baby brother impressed me. He amazed me at how he administered, just because we live next door. It's just a driveway that separates us. So I can't help looking through the window so often when he's working. And he knows he has a typical woman would be and see how he operates. He would have 3 sets, 4, 5, 6 guys working for him. And he's talking to this one and they're doing things and I'm confused just looking through the window. And I'm wondering how he's remembering where the boxes are, where the different nuts are, where the different. And I said, my God, my head is turning and he's standing on his feet. He amazed me at the skills of a good administrator. I know all my siblings. Sometimes I tell them, I said, oh no, what's wrong? They themselves, I think, were surprised, but he came with his own gifts. Worse yet, or better yet, what he did to me, he is small. Because he has a way of memorizing numbers. He had a very calculating of a brain, not only to multiply things, but he can store numeric things in his brain that sometimes I'm so hesitant to go and ask him for a phone number for somebody. Because he said, da, 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 da. And I say, man, wait, let me get a pen and paper and write it down. By the time I get the paper, I forget what he said. So I say, man, please write, don't you give me the number? My dearest brothers and sisters, I question myself in those moments. How smart I am. I'm not smart. This boy is amazingly smart. But I'm a deep thinker. I like to think wide and I like to think deep. Those who know me know that very quality of me. So I would sit by myself and I would say, boy, oh boy, he must have come from a lineage of some governance, some people that govern or rule or administer something. And as more and more I looked at the way he conducts himself, quietly, confidently, humbly, concerning about everyone. His workers, he will make sure they stop to have their meal. He will buy their pizza, whatever comes delivered for them. They stop, they eat, and they work again. I said, man, you gotta come from some regal, loyal family, man. I admire that. And then I realized, you know, I probably got some royal blood in me too. So he made me feel good that I got some regal blood. Because this man can do good administrative work. He's also caring about his people, making sure they're eating and working. And when he finishes, he hose down the yard, hose it down to such a point that you can see a reflection through. And so much so, that's what I did yesterday, family, before you guys came. My nephew, Sham, and I hosed down the yard before you all come. So these are some reflections. However, my dearest brother, I must say, you have left us a big void in our hearts. All your siblings are shocked. You're leaving them older than yourself behind. Our eldest brother, Bhaiya Ramlatan in London, is much grieved, but he also understands life and its journey. All my brothers are feeling it, but they have seen him grow, they have seen his happiness. Today we look at all these pictures. This man really had a happy life. He really celebrated life. So I think and I want to walk away from all these memories that my brother did enjoy a life, however short it was. He did find time for leisure. Sad that Bhaiya Ramlatan could not be here because of the COVID times. Many other relatives could not be here, loving relatives. They called me, they expressed their love and their concern. They cannot come because of COVID times. But you're one of the lucky ones. You're leaving us behind to still deal with the times. We can only pray for the best of ourselves. Chacha and Chachi and all of them, all the relatives across the globe, they personally call me to express their love for you, their admiration for you. And now I talk of my sister-in-laws. This is the family. I talk of the sister-in-laws. They all will miss you. Auntie Naz, Auntie Merlin, Auntie Joyce, Kamala, they all called me to express their not only shocking news, but what an admiration they had for you, as the children and others have said, and it including. Best put about you, my dearest brother, is Auntie Morlin. When I called her the morning we're coming back from the hospital and say, you have gone at 1:16 a.m. She said, my dear friend, he was the best of the best. He was the best of the best. We all know that to be true. And as I wrap up, I say, on behalf of all my siblings, my cousins, all my relatives on my father and mother's side, I say, your life's journey has just been completed. We question it not. Travel in the company of our parents, my dearest brother. Enter Lord Krishna's abode as a regal person as you have lived, and the impressions you have left, not only upon us as a family, but all the people you have met along life's journey. You will forever be in our hearts. We wish you a peaceful rest with love. Be embraced and enjoy the essence, the beautiful tunes as described in our scriptures that are played in Vaikuntha. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear sister, for that's a second eulogy, by the way. And you did a wonderful job explaining and expressing all about its greatness. Those are all memories that you will always, you and the entire family will cherish. Thank you so much once again. Devotees of God, we just have a few more minutes. I will open the floor if any one of you would like to come and say a few words of sympathy, gratitude to the family, give a condolence. You're welcome to do so at this time. I will have two more bhajans.
Good night, everyone. My name is Nahal Singh, and I am Uncle Toolchan's nephew, and I've known him for the day I was born, and he was gone before I knew it. But he would always care for other people before himself, because I have this memory, like, before, like months ago, weeks ago, every single Saturday, he would call my aunt sitting right here. He would call her, and we would be upstairs, me and my sister. He would call my aunt and say, like, do you want any pizza? I'm here for you. Like, you want 2 boxes? How many? But I'm here for you. And then we would say yes, and he would buy it every Saturday. He would always make sure that people would never be empty stomach, and he's always caring and loving, and he's always bold, because look at him, he's a boss right now, so but he's always bold for what's coming, but I know he is in a way, like, he's in a better place. He's in a better place than this world. I'm sure, no doubts about that. And no more bad things, no more bad people that are in this planet. He's in a better place, but no bad things to come in his way anymore. And all I want to say is that Uncle Toolchan, goodbye in this fleshly world. See you later, decades to come. And love you, and God bless you.
So, taking to the future president of the United States of America. What a brave young man. What a brave young man. Yes, he needs a round of applause. At this time, there's a special bhajan request by the family. So I'll ask Bahinji to render that bhajan. And if anyone else would like to come, just raise your hand out there, or you can come up to the podium. Thank you.
Friends, it didn't matter what the occasion was, as long as our family would be together. Nayaj and Jat is what they used to call us when we would gather together and sing. And this button would always have to be sung.
Thank you very much, Bahanji, for that Vajandan, which was requested by the family. All right, we'll ask a gentleman by the name of Mr. Lake to come forward to say a few words. This is a cousin of our dear brother here. After that, we will have another bhajan. And then if anyone else would like to say a few words, please come to the podium. Thank you. Raji Lake.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. As we all went to bed last Tuesday night, at the stroke of midnight into Wednesday morning, my cousin laying in bed. Whatever was said this evening here in this room, all was happening 61 years was passing us as we slept in bed. We were slowly passing. Wednesday morning, we will wake up to face reality, a defining moment in our lives. We don't know what to do, what question to ask, who to ask. The only thing we could ask is why it had to happen. That question would remain unanswered. We may ask the question, but we don't have the answer for that. Let me reiterate by going back to our childhood days in Elmore, where it all is. Coincidentally, grew up in Lagos, he ended up living in Linwood Street. I remember I'm a year older than him, we both Gemini, and we would look forward to every Friday because his father would sell at the market. We usually go on Fridays. I usually sell alongside his dad, and he would take Friday off from school to help us with his dad. And I couldn't wait during the week to reach him on Fridays. He would say, come on, Lee. He usually have the Marby and good things. So he would say, let's go. And we always look forward to those moments. It lasted for years. I recall spending school holidays at the mall with him. Christmas, I would highlight that his parents would pack all the Christmas goodies, selling them from Elmore to Louisiana. And he would come and deliver all the goodies. We spent most of our life until he migrated to the US. Afterwards, I joined him in 1981. We continued the same relationship, the friendship, and above all, I learned a lot. And as many of you here who is unfortunate to spend time and knowing this gentleman will know whatever was said, he deserved it. And above all, for me personally, my cousin, I learned a lot from him. And we share, before we got married, we are both single, we share precious moments together. Whether summer, winter, whatever difficulties, his job, my job, we would always spend time, make time for each other, regardless what the circumstances. Whenever we have problems with a car or a house, we would enjoy the friendship we have together. And that's why I take this opportunity. I can't miss this opportunity to not come up and say how sad is it to hear. When I got the news yesterday, I was in shock. I couldn't believe to know that my cousin passed away. Very hard and very touching to lose someone at that early age. He had redefined family values, caring, cheering, and the moment he would inspire us from. And this is what he maintained his give, spend, and God will send. That's the man he is. On behalf, my parents couldn't be here because due to medical concern, but on behalf of my parents,
Please, thank you.
my siblings, brother, sister, and my cousin, his siblings. I want to say we had a wonderful time with you, so really we could visit you in our hearts and our dreams. Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother, for expressing your gratitude and bringing back some great memories of those days. Those are wonderful days indeed that will continue to live forever in your hearts. Oh, it seems like the viewing is going on. We have one more bhajan by Baklu. And if anyone would like to come and say a few words, please do.
I received a text for 4 songs, what he loved to hear and loved those songs. But I don't do the whole song, one line only. कोई रहा ना कोई रहेगा ये दुनिया निराला कोई आना कोई रहेगा ये दुनिया निराला युग में हरि चल भय राजा सच पर करी बखानी अंत समय उसकी गति ऐसे मर गतिया रखवाली कोई रहा ना कोई रहेगा हे दुनिया निराला गए रतिया हो रामा राजा दशरथ खेले दिखा गए रतिया हो रामा राजा दशरथ खेले दिखा दुनिया बदल गई किस्मत बदल गया ओ दुनिया बदल गई मेरा किस्मत बदल गया किस्मत बदल गया दुनिया बदल गई मेरा किस्मत बदल गया किस्मत बदल गया मानो मानो आज मानो मानो आतुर मेरे गीत जिया के लिखे राम मिलो ना मानो मानो आतुर मेरे गीत जिया के लिखे राम से मिलो ना मानो मानो ये क्या तुम कमायो जिन जान की तुम हर लायो स्वामी अंतर्यामी मानो मानो आज मानो मानो असुर मेरे गीत जिया के लेके राम मानो 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 असुर मेरे गीत जिया के लेके नंदा बाबा जी के सैया बापू नाम है कन्हैया 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 रे अजमेर में कन्हैया बाबू नाम है कन्हैया कन्हैया रे नंदा बाबा जी के सैया बापू नाम है कन्हैया कन्हैया कन्हैया
Thank you very much. Those are some of his favorite songs that he loved to listen to now and again. And thank you, Bablu, for singing those beautiful songs to celebrate his wonderful life. Acha, is there anyone else who would like to come and say a few words? We got 2 minutes. If not, we will do the closing prayers and we will continue your viewing. If everyone would like, if everyone would please stand, let us conclude the closing prayers, conclude the service, and then you can meet your family, you can view the body, you can chat, hug and kisses. Om Anadi Nidalo Devam Shankar Chakra Gadadharam Akshaya Kundari Kaksham Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Ram Nam Satya Hai Sab Yehi Ki Gad Hai Ram Nam Satya Hai Sab Yehi Ki Gad Hai Ram Nam Satya Hai Sab Yehi Ki Gad Hai Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Once again, on behalf of Devi and the entire family, and the brothers and sisters of our dear loving brother here, the late Tony, I want to say thank you for coming. And your request to those of you who would like to go to the home, then we could continue there in Linwood by the residents of the brother. So thank you once again, and tomorrow will be the final rites at 9 a.m. We'll be gathering here for the final Antishti prayer. Thank you so much. You may continue with the viewing.
After 18 months of the toughest, most emotional times in our lives, we deserve a night that gives us some normalcy. A night that you can invite your whole family to enjoy as one. It's time for one of the biggest Bollywood.
तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तो, बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तो, भीतर भीतर रोए रे, हे भीतर भीतर रोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। विधि न तेरी कताल की, आंसू में कलमत बोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। छुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल के चाले रे। छुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल के चाले रे। ये पत्थर का देश है पगले, कोई न तेरा हो, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजरे के पंछी रे, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजरे के पंछी रे।
Into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला. And in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I'm still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. Oh की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले। जीवन मिले ना फिर ये, जीवन को पाले। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले। जीवन मिले ना फिर ये, जीवन को पाले। खेल जगत का सारा उसी न है खेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना। गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना। गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। सबके रहते हुए मैं हूँ अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
पिंजरे के पंछी रे, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। बाहर से तू खामोश रहे दो, बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तो, भीतर भीतर रोए रे, हे भीतर भीतर रोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। विधि न तेरी कताल की, आंसू में कलमत बोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। छुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल की चाले रे। छुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल के चाले रे। ये पत्थर का देश है पगले कोई न तेरा हो, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजरे के पंछी रे। टूट गई है माला मोती बिखर चले, 2 दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, मिलन की दुनिया छोड़ चले, आज भी रहने सपने। मिलन की दुनिया छोड़ चले, आज भी रहने सपने। खोए खोए नैनों में है उजड़े उजड़े सपने, उजड़े उजड़े सपने। याद के गठड़े लिए झुकाए नजर चले, 2 दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, अब तो ये जग में जिएंगे आंसू पीते पीते। अब तो ये जग में जिएंगे आंसू पीते पीते। जैसे इन पे बीती वैसी और किसी पे ना बीते, और किसी पे ना बीते। कोई मत पूछो इन्हें कि ये किस डगर चले, 2 दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, मोती बिखर चले, 2 दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। आज किस इंसान को ये क्या हो गया, इसका पुराना प्यार कहाँ पर खो गया। कैसी ये मनहूस घड़ी